Assalamualaikum students of class 8. How are you doing? I hope you all are doing fine. Let's start today's lecture. As you know that we are on grammar and composition, and in the previous lectures I gave you a brief note on the structure of a sentence. There are three types of a sentence: positive, negative, and interrogative. I told you how to change the same positive sentence into its negative and then interrogative. Then we talked about the use of is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had, and it and there. Now we are jumping towards our main tenses. Actually, first of all, you must know what a tense is. Actually, a tense is, in any sentence, is a time of an action. Like when you are reading a sentence, in that sentence the tense is the time of an action in which that subject or the person is doing that work. So tense is time. And let's suppose that tense is a person. I name it Ali. Ali has three sons: present, past, and future. So tense are basically of three types: present, past, and future. And when we talk about further, then we say that present has four sons: indefinite, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. And luckily, past and future have also the same sons with the same names, but their surname is different. Like past has also indefinite, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. Future has also indefinite, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous, but their surnames are different. Like it's present indefinite, it's past indefinite, and it's future indefinite, and so on. So present has four sons, past has four sons, and future has four sons. So 4 into 4 into 4, like there are 12. So there are total 12 tenses: present indefinite, past indefinite, future indefinite, present continuous, past continuous, future continuous, present perfect, past perfect, and future perfect, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, and future perfect continuous. So tense is the time of an action, and we talk about three tenses. The time can be demonstrated in three types: present, past, and future. So there are in total 12 tenses. So we are going to talk about today the first very main tense, and that is indefinite, and we will talk about present indefinite tense. Now let's talk about present indefinite tense in journal. Like what present indefinite tense is, it is a tense which is used to show habit, routine, and universal truth. When you want to talk about these three things, we use present indefinite tense. What is habit actually? Habit is a thing or work you do regularly or you do it often. Like if I say Ali smokes, Ali lies, Ali tells the truth. So it's a habit. He does it often and regularly. And when you want to talk about the universal truth, what is universal truth? Universal truth is a fact that remains same wherever you go in the world or in the universe. A truth, a fact that is universally acknowledged. Like if I say human dies, water boils at 100 centigrade, and the sun rises from the east, sun sets in the west. So this is universal truth. The fact will remain same wherever you go. And when we want to talk about the routine, we also use present indefinite tense. Like if I say, or when we talk about a work that we do every day but in a sequence, like if I say I wake up early in the morning, I go to brush my teeth, then I go to office. So this is my routine. So present indefinite tense is basically a tense or a time when you want to show a habit, routine, and universal truth. So this is how we use present indefinite tense. So we can sum up in a way that a tense or a time which shows a work done always, regularly, every day, normally, journally, really, now, at present, once a week, once a year. So that time is shown by present indefinite tense. Now we have understood that what present indefinite tense is and why we use it to show the habit, routine and universal truth. Now I'm going to tell you how to make the structure sentences present indefinite tense. Okay students, you can see the main structure of a sentence we have already talked about in the previous lecture in detail. Subject plus verb plus object. So this is the main structure of any sentence. And when we talk about present indefinite tense, and I already told you that when you want to talk about the universal truth, habit or routine, you use present indefinite tense. Let's have a look. Ali tells a lie. Ali is subject, tell is the main verb, and with the main verb we are going to use s or es. S with the third person singular subject and es, a lie is the object. And when we want to talk about the third person plural, we don't use s or es with the main verb. They go to school. So this is how we are going to use present indefinite tense. With the main verb we use s or es with singular pronouns or nouns, and when we want to talk about the plural pronouns we won't use s or es with the main verb. Okay, like this, I have shown here the third person singular pronouns he, she, it, and with singular names like Ali, Arham, or whatever you want to use. Plus verb, with verb s or es will be used plus object. And if you want to talk about the singular plural pronouns I, we, you, and they with plural names like children, we. So you won't use s or es with the main verb plus object. So this is how the positive sentence of the present indefinite is going to be used. Okay, here's the main sentence. Ali tells a lie, we just talked about. This is the positive sentence of present indefinite tense. What if I want to change it into its negative? So I will use this helping verb does. Ali does not tell a lie. And if I want to change it into its interrogative, then I will change the position of subject and helping verb. Does Ali tell a lie? And if I want to change this interrogative into interrogative negative sentence in which negative and interrogation is joined together, so I will use like this: does Ali not tell a lie? So this is how a simple sentence is used in its many ways. Ali tells a lie. Ali is singular person. That is why I have used with main verb s or es. Now I'm going to show you that if I am going to use here plural pronouns, so how I will change the same sentence. Okay, see what I have done. I have changed Ali with they. They is plural pronoun now. So they tells a lie? No, it's wrong because they is plural, so we can't add s or es with it. They tell a lie. They do not tell a lie. When here was singular noun or pronoun, then we use does, and when there is plural pronoun we are going to use do. So there are two helping verbs in present indefinite in its negative and interrogative. They do not tell a lie. Do they tell a lie? Change the position of subject and helping verb. Do will replace they and they will come at the position of it. Do they tell a lie and do they not tell a lie? Here's another example, the comparative way, my way of telling you the examples so that you may understand it quite easily. वो सच बोलता है. Now you are given a sentence in Urdu and you have to translate it into English. Here's another sentence. वो सच बोलते हैं. First of all, you have to look which time is being talked about. Like I told you, in present indefinite tense we talk about a daily routine, habit and universal truth. So here is वो सच बोलता है. It means he does it regularly or quite often. So it means it's present indefinite tense. Now remember all the rules I told you. वो सच बोलता है. So first of all I will see that whether is it singular or plural. सच बोलता है. So this is singular. वो सच बोलते हैं, this is plural. So I'm gonna do it comparatively so that you may understand both examples quite well. वो सच बोलता है, he, so it's singular now, so I'm gonna use with verb s or es. He speaks truth. वो सच बोलते हैं, they, with in place of he, they speak truth, so it's plural. I'm not gonna use s or es with speak. You see, speaks and speak. वो सच नहीं बोलता है, he does not speak truth. The s or es we added here with the main verb is gonna be replaced with does. He does not speak truth. They do not speak truth. Now you see that in negative sentence or present indefinite, we use two helping verb, does and do. Does with singular and do with plural. And now interrogative sentence, interrogative very easy, subject and change the position of subject and helping verb. Does will replace he. Does he speak truth? Do and they. Do will come before subject. Do they speak truth and question mark. Be careful about the punctuation. Full stop at the end of a statement and question mark at the end of interrogative sentence or a question. So this is how we are going to use present indefinite tense. Here on page number 74 is present indefinite tense and here are the examples. And this is the first exercise of present indefinite tense. गिदड़ शाम को चीखते हैं and then there is हम कभी कभी अजाइब घर जाते हैं. There are two exercises of positive and then there is the negative and then interrogative. So there are total 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 exercises of present indefinite tense. We are not going to discuss these exercises yet, but till the next lecture you are supposed to practice these examples and practice the lecture I told you or I gave you today. So see you in the next lecture and we will see you after Eid ul Azha. Have a nice meaty Eid. Allah Hafiz.